Hello everyone, my name is Raven, and welcome to Raven67854 Gaming. And in this video, as the title suggests, we are going to break Capitalism Lab completely and utterly. So I went on ahead and already set it up so we could save a bit of time because I don't want this video to get too long. But here we go. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to make our headquarters. Now this part's optional. I just like doing it because otherwise the AI kind of ends up owning everything. Let's just put ourselves like right here. And I'm just going to build all the departments. Not necessary, but it's just something that I personally like to do. Okay, so you saw at the beginning of the video that the score was 728%. So this is a very challenging game mode. If you were trying to play this normally, it's not actually impossible, it's just a smidge difficult. However, Capitalism Lab has one very, in my opinion, fundamental flaw, and that is the global stock market. That's right. Global stock market is extremely flawed to an almost unhealthy degree. Okay. So, obviously, of course, the AI will, be our biggest competitor as far as everything is concerned. But eventually, we're going to knock them out too. Possibly. Not in this video, but I just want to show it's how it's done. So, rather than just build anything, we don't need to do anything at this point. The only thing we need to do is hold control and purchase every bit of stock of Verizon. Because as you note, it has a dividend yield return of 4.61%. And then we stay in this menu and we just hit 5. And as you can see, we're actually hemorrhaging money, but it's totally okay. And we'll just buy more stock. Oh, look, we'll buy more stock. Buy more stock. Can't buy any stock yet. Now, as you can see, obviously, of course, we are losing money. We could actually, you know what? For whatever very strange reason, also, I'm going to turn this off. I don't need most of that stuff. So a very interesting bug has happened where for some reason the AI is just not building. It's a really weird problem, and I've encountered it a couple times. So we're just gonna do this until it starts to die off here. Okay, so now we're making some pretty good money. We'll just keep going. Okay, so yeah, the city declared bankruptcy. All right. So all we're gonna do now is just kind of just chill out with 100% of the market here at $15 a month. Wow, wouldn't it be nice to have internet for 15 bucks a month? Okay, so you have to stay in this menu, otherwise it takes a very long time. You know what? One second. Options. Gameplay options, main options. Here we go. Turn this down. Okay, so now there's no audio, and I don't have the music turned on because I don't feel like being slammed by copyright strikes. So this part's pretty boring, obviously. I mean, you're effectively just kind of sitting here chilling out. But one thing that's very interesting about the way this game works, in particular with the way the global stock market works, and why I'm hoping that in a future update, the global stock market just gets completely and utterly changed. Because even if the dividend return yield is only 0.5%, it doesn't matter, like, at all. In fact, none of this matters. The gain loss doesn't matter. Eventually, you make your money back. And when you stay in this menu, and, obviously, of course, you have, 5, which is the fastest speed. You hit 5 on numpad, and it just kind of soars. I probably should have built a telecom initially, but I didn't do it because I didn't feel like competing with the AI. But the telecom is a great way to make a crap ton of money with no real effort required. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and start. All right, I should probably pause it. I'm going to go ahead and give myself just 5% plus my 100,000. Because as you can see right now, we have about 600 million. I'm just going to keep buying Verizon stock. It really doesn't matter which stock we buy. And we could go all the way up here and we can look at any of these. And it's fine. Verizon stock is still relatively cheap. Although the Walmart stock's even cheaper. So let's just buy some Walmart stock. There we go. So every year when January 1st rolls around, you get your dividend payout. And as you can see, it's quite a bit of money because we just watch down here. And then look at the money over here. Not too much money, but it's quite a bit. And it'll just keep growing and growing, growing, growing. And you don't have to worry about this whole gain/loss thing because that only counts for like how much you have actually paid for the stock and what it would be worth if you were to sell it. Because I believe the whole theory behind the global stock market in the game is you buy the stock from these companies and then you eventually turn around and resell it. But for me, I don't really care. Like it doesn't matter at all to me. Like, see, now I have $1 billion. Now I'm just gonna buy $1 billion worth of Walmart stock. And January 1st is gonna roll around, and I get about $200 million. And we just keep going. It's no big deal. And we have $1 billion again. Now the funny thing about this is, you can take this even further in a really weird direction, and we'll do this in just a minute. Because this allows you to basically effectively run like the greatest bank the world has ever conceived. It also allows you to do other stuff. And of course, you also have the bond market. You can do a very similar thing with the bond market as well, where you can just just effectively buy all the bonds and then eventually, particularly the sovereign bonds. I never buy the municipal bonds, but the sovereign bonds tend to have pretty good interest. All right, so now we have about 3 billion. So let's just go on ahead and I don't know. Let's just buy that. Yeah, whatever. Because again, the dividend yield is the only thing I care about. And so now when January 1st rolls around, we get about $500 million. And we just keep this going. And as you can see, it gets faster and faster and faster. Even if it tanks down to 1%, it doesn't matter. It's okay. It doesn't matter. And we own about 6.17% of the Walmart Corporation. I see. How much are we getting now? About 8. Obviously, as you can see, it starts getting a little ridiculous. But the total market value is, let's see, how much would, if we were to sell all of our stock? Yeah, we would get about $23 billion, which is great. But it doesn't matter. Okay. So, we're doing pretty good now. Let me just do just a smidge more purchasing. Let's see how much. We're getting over $1 billion now. In order for this to like truly work, all right. So we just need to check. We need some like really cheap stock. That is perfect. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna increase our cash flow. That's all we're gonna do now. All right. I'm gonna set up this lovely insurance company here. And then I'm gonna go back to banking and financing, and then we're just gonna find a couple good places to, put our insurance front offices at 48, 57, 60. That'll do. And then maybe I'll just put like, I don't know, one more here. Larry, let's check the value. All right, so there should be maybe. Ooh, that's really good. Okay. So now what we'll do is we'll go back to the insurance company, and we're just, like I said, we're just increasing our cash flow. We don't really have to do this part. I just do it because I can, and why not? Or just transfer billion over to here. And we may run into a couple like rough spots. And then let's see, what was it? Pfizer. We're gonna buy all the stock for Pfizer. And your insurance company has run out of cash. Okay. All we need to do is just keep it alive until next year rolls around. Okay, there we go. It should keep itself, fairly fun. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to transfer about another 2 billion. Because it doesn't matter if I'm broke. Doesn't matter one bit if your insurance company has run out of money. That's okay. All we got to do is make the January 1st. Okay. So now the insurance company can now survive completely and utterly on its own. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to here. I'm going to go back to buying up the Walmart Corporation. And I'm just going to use my insurance company's money. Okay. And now, as you can see, like, we have quite a bit of cash. We actually do have quite a bit of a cash flow problem, but that's probably because we hit into a recession and people just stopped purchasing things. No big deal. Oh, this is about to get extremely and significantly more absurd. Basically, the more money you acquire, the easier this becomes. And then, of course, expanding into any other industry at this point, we have $4 billion. I mean, we can expand in any industry we want at this point. And the nice thing is like, these two are still super cheap. For whatever reason, they're still extremely cheap. And, of course, the insurance company is over here just, making a crap ton of money. There we go. Okay, so now, as you can see, our profit is anywhere from negative 2 billion to whatever. Doesn't matter. Totally, completely, and utterly doesn't matter. And at this point, you can also see that I personally haven't purchased any stock for my actual character. And then we go over and check the score, and we're doing pretty good. We got the telecom and insurance industry completely and utterly under our control. And, oh yeah, sorry, we really do have to stay in this menu here, because otherwise it just... Go on ahead. Oh, insurance company ran out of money. That's alright, have some money. That's fine. Okay. It's starting to get a little pricey to purchase stuff, but that's okay. Wow, we're $30 million in the hole. Whew. And let me just check the overview here. Where the oh yeah, the wait times are pretty bad. What's the income statement? Fine. Oh, good. I have $66 billion in cash. I'm the Apple Corporation now. All right. Have the insurance company continue to purchase everything. Like I say, it doesn't really matter too much about the negative profit loss there that you see down there. That's completely and utterly irrelevant. Obviously, it's been 163 years, and I am not sure why the AI just hasn't. They will eventually roll in, and they'll roll in with an absolute army of money too. Not nearly as much as what we have, but they will roll in with a fairly competent amount of, which is good. Unnecessarily wrong with that. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save up, and I'm just going to buy a bunch of the... Visa's not really all that much cheaper, but it's a little cheaper, I suppose. There we go. Okay. Because again, it's only about the dividends. Obviously, of course, stock that's worth, significantly more pays much higher in the dividend yield, even if it's only like, 1%. Like, so what's the most expensive stock here? Chevron's pretty high. Let's just grab some of that Chevron stock. Oh, IBM's really high. Okay, we'll just grab a little bit of IBM stock there. Oh, did you see that? Look, now I have, there we go. Despite only having 0.61%. Look, it's gonna roll around again. Oh, look, another 20 billion. This is totally fine. Your insurance company has run out of stock. Oh, I mean, money. Oh no. What will I ever do? Okay. So let's see here. There's IBM. Obviously, of course, 100 billion. Insurance company ran out of money again? I guess I should probably stop buying some stock from them. But as I say, didn't really need to set them up. It just looks nice having 150 some billion dollars of income and profit. Totally broken. I mean, look at that. Look at that. We haven't broken it yet. Although we are getting pretty close. We're only 15 minutes into playing. But we are starting to really break the system here. And thanks to the fact that we have like inflation and stuff, our money goes up and down in terms of what it's worth. So see where we at on the top 100 chart. Oh, we're at the top. We're worth like 4 trillion. That's nice. The amount of money that we have is just ridiculous. But I mean, this is fine. Like, this is totally, and this is totally normal, and this is exactly how real life works. Completely. Now we're probably gonna run out of money. Nope, we didn't run out of money. Yeah, definitely want to make sure that we buy stock in December if it's for the insurance company, or as close to December as we can anyway. I'm not sure this time around why IBM stock ended up being the most profitable, but I mean, there it is. There you have it. And we're in a recession. Oh, and as you can see, the AI has finally decided after 227 years, that is since I noticed anyway, the AI has finally decided to grace us with its presence. And so now they're going to go around and buy up stock. They're going to go around and, compete with my telecom companies, which that just annoys me. Oh, really? You know what? I'll make it to where I just barely make money from this thing. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, that's right. This is my people. Mine. People have no loyalty. They just go for whatever's cheapest in the game. All right, so let's get some more of this good old Pfizer stuff. Visa's not worth really much of anything. The Walmart stock is. The Verizon stock's not bad, but IBM's where it's at. I mean, come on, it's worth like 300 and some thousand. It's impressive that they were able to buy it. Oh, look, it's worth like $10 trillion. Nice. Okay. Now let's see here. We could keep going. Yeah, let's just keep going. All right. So now let's just go check the score. I mean, look at the score. The score is about to break. Okay? Just so you know. Everybody knows the score's going to break. Okay. Let me just scroll down. Pfizer Corporation here. I can't believe they were able even to buy that many shares. And then let me go back up to here. and 0.9% of IBM. Oh no, the insurance company has run. Uh-oh. Okay, good. Whew. It was able to float it along for just a smidge. Yeah, I should probably be a little more careful about that, but sure. I'm sure it's fine. Oh. You know, I think the developer ended up making some changes because I had posted something and it was not, you know what, maybe we just haven't hit enough points yet. But I do have, if you go to the Capitalism Labs Discord group, I actually did break score thing. I turned it negative. Clearly, I'm just not doing a good enough job. Maybe the developer finally fixed that. Maybe I can't break it. But I mean, at this point, I have so much money. I mean, if we look at the other corporations that do exist, the three corporations that exist, they're making literally less than 200 million. This one's making about 180, although their money's going up. This one's making, whatever, who cares? And then I'm over here with like almost $1 trillion in profit. And revenue is bizarre. And cash flow is just absolutely bonkers. So now let's just, just for giggles, we're just gonna go make a bank now. This is who we are. We're a bank. All right, so definitely first things first. I am not giving away any money. And I'll do a 90% maximum loan to ratio. I'm not giving any CCC or C loans because that's just a good way to screw yourself. Okay, so just get the bank 500 mil. Actually, wouldn't that be like billion? You know what? I don't think it matters. There's no loan demands? Oh, right. Of course, we don't actually have a banking office. Of course. We need a bank branch. Let's just make a couple of these. All right. Make one here. Yep. Uh, that's fine. Let's see here. It looks like they kind of expanded out and around here. One. Ooh, even better. A little better. Just trying to drum up some money. Okay. Now we'll just go back to here. Now we'll just max the staff training. And yeah, there we go. Okay. And now we dominate the banking industry. Yep, see? Now we have telecom, bank, and insurance. And we have 5 million score. Because we're amazing and we're the greatest. And clearly we should just sit here and purchase more stock. So one of the reasons, like I said, one of the reasons why I made this video is just because, you know, I love Capitalism Lab, but I really dislike the global stock market. Usually when I play with it, or play this game, sorry, I turn off the global stock just because it's crazy. Yeah, look at that. Current loans to the amount of money that is in this thing is just absolutely bonkers. I'm $20 billion loaned out. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh no, really, that's actually okay. So let's see here. Let's just purchase more of the Pfizer company. Perfection. And then I'm gonna go back up here and just purchase more IBM. More IBM for $2 trillion. Oh look, I made a trillion. It's kind of starting to like really slow down now. Simulation speed is like Really, really starting to slow down. And so if you kept going, eventually, of course, your money would just tear off the screen. You know, when you check like your corporate details, not corporate details, where is it? Your income statement, it would just smear off the screen. It is completely and utterly possible to do that. Wow, I don't even have enough to purchase. Oh, there we go. There we go. So you get the idea. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of like leave it here because, like, you know, you kind of get it. I mean, look at how much money we have. Like, I can literally just go to the stock market here, go back to the local, and like look at this company. All right, both these companies are doing really good. Before we leave here, look at this. Look at this. Yeah, look at that. Wait, hang on. It doesn't matter. Look at that. We're just gonna. Oh, you don't want to sell your stock to me? You sure about that? Ah. Oh no. Oh no, we're running out of money. Oh no. Top 100. Yeah, look, there she is. Look at that. There goes her money. Oh, look at that. I own 32% of your corporation now. We could just, you know, scroll down here. See if we get some IBM, more IBM stock. And if you wanted to, you know, I could even, you know, start buying up my own stock and stop paying myself and eating up the company's 5% of their. I'm not really sure how it works with private corporations because this corporation is private. But there you go. I mean, I could just keep going. Go back to the local. Yeah, could just sell all the stock now. Would seriously lose my ass because I paid, you know, like $7 billion for it. But still. What? No. No, I'm afraid you have already sold your company to me. It now belongs to me. So there you have it. This is pretty much how you break Capitalism Lab. Uh, go away. So as you can see, like, it's starting to push the text and everything off. We still own these three large industries. And yeah, the look at the look at how much money the insurance company has. Oh no, my insurance company ran out of money. Oh, that's just awful. I guess I'll just, all right, you know what? That's actually like really, really irritating. Like, I don't even want your wimpy, terrible company. There you go. You go buy back all your stock. Yeah, you go buy it all back. I don't want your wimpy ass company with your pathetic stock. It's like whatever. Doesn't even matter. The amount of money that I wasted giving you money just doesn't matter because I've already made it all back up. Look, you're even worth less now than I was before. I mean, come on. You're worth like 8 billion and I'm worth, you know, what is that? Like 65 trillion? I don't know. Utterly nuts. So yeah, thanks for everybody for watching. Like I said, mostly made this video just so I could show off, like, you know, some of the crazy things that you could, you know, my insurance company ran out of money and whatever. It's just the crazy things you can do with, the global stock market. And I mean, look at this. Like, they're worth all this money, but it doesn't matter because I own everything. And like, let's go to the bank. What's the bank doing it? Oh, the bank makes like $1 billion. Nice. I mean, we're in a depression right now, so it's probably not going to make the most amount of money right now. But it just doesn't matter because I have $5 trillion. It just doesn't matter. So yeah, there you have it. If you ever want to easily do Capitalism Lab, and you have to own the DLC and stuff in order to do this. I think it's can't remember which one it is, but it gives you the bonds and the banking and insurance and stuff. Now I will say that bonds are nice because they just, they kind of always just give you the money, but uh you kind of have to like keep managing them. Whereas in this particular case, I don't have to manage any. It's just, you can see it. It's just running down there, and you can see like the gain loss thing. Like I could literally dump this for an absolute massive lump sum money, but just doesn't matter because there you go. I just purchased more stock. Now I own 9% of IBM, and let's see when January 1st rolls around, go from like 57 billion to almost $2 trillion, which I then just immediately turn around and buy this. So yes, if you ever want to play Capitalism Lab and you ever want to get like a super rich score and you don't really ever want to compete with the AI, that's how I recommend you do it. Just use the global stock market. If you want some difficulty, like some real difficulty, turn off the stock market, turn off bonds. You can kind of leave bonds on but the problem is the AI does this stuff too. So, you know, I don't know why there's only 3 AI corporations because I said it's a 40 and I have no earthly idea why there's only 3. But that aside, um you can see right here like their cash flow and stuff and like their annual revenue and stuff, as well as like my annual profit is literally massive. Look at that. That is just ridiculous. Whatever. Anyway, I'm impressed if they're not. Um like you can see that like they do purchase. I mean, right now this stuff is just so expensive that they cannot afford it. Um, but yeah, the economy's booming. That's why I'm making money right now, and it's about to collapse again. But that's okay. I mean, look at this. Let's see what happens when January 1st rolls around. Look at that, almost like instantly $2 trillion. Like it's fantastic. And even now we're up to 20 million points. So I'm just gonna end this video here. I've been saying that for a while now, but I get really addicted to this game. So thanks everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, learned something. The TLDR of this is just invest every penny you have into the stock market, the global stock market, or even bonds. Like I have so much money right now that just for giggles, I will buy up 100% of every single bond. So, I mean, and like I say, the nice thing about, and even better is I could purchase all the land. I'm not going to do this while recording, but I could just go through and just buy up all the land, like all of it. I mean, obviously they own a fair significant chunk of that. Sorry about that, my phone went off. Um, and so anyway, yeah. So there you go. That's how you make an absolute crap ton of money. Bonds and the global stock market, or really just the global stock market. The only thing you genuinely have to be. So, till next time, there's a link in the description if you guys would like to purchase uh this game. It's a really fun game. It occasionally, I think, goes on sale. I'm not really sure. And thanks once again. I know I've said this before, but thanks once again for the developers for sending me the DLC and stuff. It was really greatly appreciated. I was going to buy it anyway, but it was really nice. So I will see you all in the next one.